So I thought you gave a really fully lived in performance as Dr. Kirby. And I thought it was so fascinating that you spoke with your brother-in-law before shooting to get a sense of being a vascular surgeon. So I'm curious, when you got to meet the real Dr. Kirby at the New York premiere, what was his feedback to the show and what was his feedback to your performance?
You know something? He really enjoyed it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. He was very, very happy. He felt that his character or who he is as a person was captured very well. You know, I got to give credit to Patrick McManus. He had done so much research on all of these characters, but it gave me so much to play with, and you know, the character was written so well on the page that I was able to you know, do what I could to capture who he is. And after meeting him, I found that, you know, he's a passionate guy. He has very strong opinions. He knew immediately after witnessing one surgery with Christopher Dunch how inept and incapable he was. He said that he never should have moved beyond research. He should have stayed in research, and the only thing he ever should have operated on were mice.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I loved your rapport with Alec Baldwin, especially when I read that some of it was improvised. And
Yeah.
of course, you both have appeared in different versions of Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it like collaborating with him?
Wonderful. He's somebody that I've always admired as an actor. I think he brings so much to the table, and I think he really brought his A game to this performance, and did a fantastic job. And yeah, working with him and that chemistry was fun. You never know how it's going to be when you meet somebody that you admire. And I found him to be hilarious, both on camera and off camera. There was a looseness and a hilarity to each moment that he and I had together.
So you've had some tremendous scene partners and collaborators over the years: Winona Ryder, Brad Pitt, Patricia Arquette, Amanda Peet, Emilio Estevez, and Jessica Lange and Sarah Paulson on stage, to name just a few. So who have you worked with in the past that you'd love to work with again, or who's been a giving scene partner that you really enjoyed playing off of?
I will say, boy, I mean, look, Winona Ryder is fantastic. So Winona on the female aspect of it, and Gary Oldman on the male side of it. I think Gary is just, you know, he's somebody who, when I've worked with him before, is just, he's a wonderful actor and always gives so much. And the same goes for Winona.
So many people all over the world have admired your work over the years, not just Chris Evans, not just the late great Chris Farley. So what
Uh,
have been some of the feedback that you've received over the years that really resonated with you?
well, look, the Chris Evans thing was incredible. That was unexpected and just kind of came out of the blue. Um, but you know, I think it's the audience members. You know, when you do something that really affects people. I when I was doing Mr. Robot, and I recall walking down the street and people yelling out, "Hey, Mr. Robot!" You know, those are fun moments. Those are fun moments. And you know, I went to a couple of those Comic-Con conventions, and when you have somebody dressing up as a character that you've played, it's quite stunning, quite startling, and it's a real compliment, I think.
So going back to Dr. Death, what are some of your favorite memories from that set?
Wow. Well, like you brought up, you know, improvising was great, and from what I understand, you know, Patrick McManus really kept a lot of that stuff in the show, which always makes me happy. Um, Look, working with Josh, working with AnnaSophia, working with the directors. You know, I really had a great time working with the directors. They brought so much, and were just so easy to work with, that I loved this experience.
Mm. So many people are watching the show. So many people from around the world are about to watch the show. What have
Yeah.
you been watching or reading or listening to lately that you've really enjoyed?
Oh, let's see. I have been watching The Bachelorette.
The unexpected answer, but I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, we have a little, somehow my wife and I got into watching The Bachelorette, and we think it's hilarious. I don't know if you pay attention to that, but look, I'll be honest with you.
Off and on.
I'm on Greg's side. In this particular circumstance, I think Greg, he really poured his heart out, and she just gave him nothing, nothing.
Poor guy. Well, thank you so much for your honesty. Thank you for your work and the art that you bring into this world. Thank you
Oh,
so much, Christian.
thank you so
Really
much.
appreciate it.
Nice
Yeah,
talk.
have a wonderful day. You too.